Hey guys, so classmate asked, what is an array list? An array list is a resizable array implementation of the list interface. It stores objects like string and integer, and it can easily add and remove objects within itself. To declare an array list, we first need an import statement. The import statement will be import java.util.ArrayList. Now we're going to declare the array list within the main method. First we will write ArrayList, the type of the array list, which we're going to say is string, and then the name of the array list, which is example. And then we set it equal to new array list. And then within closed open parentheses, we're going to say the size of the array list. And this size isn't actually its real size, it's just the slots that are allocated with an example that will say what is going to be put inside of it. And this will become important later. So an array list has methods, and it can use these methods to search and control its contents. An example is the size method, which is an integer value for the total number of elements in the list. Remember how I said that 3 is going to be important? This is because if we say system.out.println example.size and we run it, it's going to be printed out 0. Now you might expect it to print out 3, but because it gives an integer value for the total number of elements in the list, and so far there aren't any elements in the list, then the size is still 0. So this 3, again, is just saying the amount of slots that are allocated for it, but there's not actual elements that are added to the list yet. So how do we add elements? Well, an element is added to an array list with the add method. So if we say example.add, and we add in some sort of string. Let's say we type in the string friend. And then we're going to print out the size of example. So we're going to say system.out.println example.size. And we run it. We see that the size has changed from 0 to 1. And again, this is because we added in a new object, friend. Now let's say we want to remove friend. An element can be deleted with the remove method. So if we type out example.remove friend, and then we print this out to the console, so system.println example, since we're printing out the whole entire array list. And if we run this, we just get open closed brackets. Again, this is because the only thing that's inside the example array list is friend, and we just removed that. So now it's going to be blank. But let's say that we want something inside of example. So we're going to add in friend again, but then we're also going to add in some other words, like orange and apple. Now if we try printing out example, if we print it out, then we get friend, orange, and apple, because again, we've been adding friend, orange, and apple. But now let's say that we want only a specific word in the entire array list. Well, we have a method for that too. The get method returns the element at the specified position in the list. Therefore, if we say system.out.println example.get, and then we have to type in some index, so let's say 1, and then we run this, then we get orange. Now note why it's orange. Remember that in an array list and an array as well, that we start off in counting the index from the value of 0. So friend will be 0, orange will be 1, and apple will be 2. Since the last element of the array has an index of 2, we can't say .get any value greater than 2, or else we'll get an error. And those are some of the most important methods that we use with an array list. I hope this video helped you in understanding what is an array list.